Hi guys, and welcome back to Pass and Move. And for today's episode, we have a different game for you here against Coruna. Now, I know we said that we'll play against Villarreal, but as you can tell, they're not doing too great. They're kind of close to us in terms of points, but they are on 14th, and they have played their game, of course. Now, we're in 11th. A huge drop from the last time we met. We've had some mixed bag of results, some tough teams that we played against. But at the same time, if we do win today, the 3 points that we get will help us leap straight back into Europa League spots. So that's kind of why I want to show you today's game. So we're going to play against 15th place Coruna, who themselves will obviously want to at least tie with Villarreal and hope to avoid the relegation zone as much as possible. But it's really important for us to get a good result here today so that we can leapfrog into the Europa League spots, like the expectations for the club are. So in terms of what happened since the last episode, we did show you the game against Las Palmas, if I believe correctly. We drew against Oviedo, which was a bit disappointing, but then we beat Getafe. So we expected the opposite in terms of results. We thought we'd easily beat Oviedo and then draw against Getafe, but it's actually the reverse. So in that sense, you can kind of be okay with the kind of points that we got here. Santi Mina managed to score a brace, Santos scoring the 70th minute, and their player getting sent off, Danny getting sent off in the 81st minute. So that didn't really affect results in that sense. Against Madrid, Real Madrid specifically, both Piatti and Santi Mina were on the score sheet, and unfortunately for us, it wasn't enough, as Gareth Bale made the difference with a brace. They've also bought Eden Hazard, which is very interesting, of course. I think lately you've been playing Ronaldo up front and having a Ronaldo, Bale, Hazard front three kind of thing. Atletico Madrid was a very similar result, which is ironic, but again this time it was Griezmann who was the one who punished us with a hat-trick, and Nilmar and Santos were both the players who scored there. So very close results, but in the end it was 2 defeats in a row, and we made it 3 unfortunately with Levante scoring. Roger scored very early in the first half, and I thought maybe we can come back from it. Then they got someone sent off in the 35th minute, and I thought definitely we can come back from this. But Levante really held on well, and my attacking players didn't necessarily have the best of games, so it ended 1-0. So this is a disappointing result that we had. We should have won this game. Otherwise, everything else kind of went according to plan, really. But yeah, we do have a very important game here to show you, and against Velezano, I'm pretty sure it's Velezano. But anyways, we did win 2-0 away from home. It's just the first leg, so we do have to play them again. And again, I won't be showing you any Spanish Cup fixtures until we actually reach the expectations of a quarter-final berth. So I've already submitted my team, which is a bit of my mistake, but yeah, we are favourites for today's game, and you would actually expect that, but we have been a bit of poor form, so you can understand that. The odds expert saying that, or the match analysis, whatever you want to call it. But either way, they're playing with a more attacking version of our formation, so hopefully we can expose spaces here and here, and maybe even get in behind their 2 central midfielders. And yeah, actually, let's talk about the players that we picked. So we have Mina, who's been in good form. Piatti's finally come back firing. Mir takes over from Bakali, who's had a bit of indifferent form lately. Orellana, Medran and Perez, also kind of a straightforward midfield. Medran taken over from Parejo, who's not been in the best of form of late because of the poor results, of course. Gaia and Douglas are straightforward, first choice fullbacks, and Santos and Figueiredo getting a chance to shine for us. Ryan, of course, the goalkeeper, as always. So yeah, let's give it a little bit of a team talk. I think we definitely are favourites by the looks of things, so we should tell our players what we expect of them, basically. And there you go, let's kick off. Skip that little bit of an intro. But yeah, as the game against Oviedo proved and the game against Getafe proved, it doesn't mean because you're favourites or because you're underdogs that you will get the result that you seek. The Spanish football's a mixed bag of results, really. Anyone under, both Madrid teams, Barcelona, and you could possibly throw Sevilla in that hat now. Maybe not in real life, but at least in the game. Anyone else is kind of like everything's up for grabs. You could end up in relegation, you could end up in Europa League spots. It really doesn't matter. Anyways, Mina's going to lead the counter-attack and hopefully leads it well. He's kind of playing a bit slow, waiting for his players to come forward. Instead he loses out, and now we're exposed. That's great. Fajr's on the ball and he plays it to Hervas. Can we get it back is the question before he puts a good ball in the box. Nope, instead Ryan makes a mess of it and the cross turns into a goal. Great, exactly the start that we needed. Give Coruna all... oh yeah, we're going to get the beautiful chance of watching a nice little replay of that. You know, I thought it was going to be an own goal from our defender, you know, the way this game was set up, but instead it was just Ryan spilling the beans, so that was perfect. And immediately they go into defensive 4-3, unless they started that way. I don't think I saw them start that way, but they've gone into defensive formation right away. They're going to try and hold on to any type of result here. They are the away team, so they expect to be blown away. And because they're not favourites, they're expecting a much tougher game. Giving the ball away, and Hervias has got it again, but thankfully Orena deals with that threat, and Mina helps Mir on through. What can our youth product do? He can lose the ball. That's perfect. Fajr on the ball once more, proving to be a key danger man for his team. Is he the attacking midfielder? He is. Alright, well, either way, Orlando's won it again, and that's why I love the central midfielder, or I'm starting to love at least the central midfielder on attack role. And like I mentioned in the last episode, it's like a shadow striker, a bit deeper and then more industrious. So my players keep taking their men on and losing the ball stupidly, but thankfully do still have it, and we're gonna have to try and hold on to possession a little bit better here. Piatti finds Orellana. Can he find anyone through? Nope, safely to Mina. And Mina finds Piatti. Is he going to take a shot by himself? Yes, he will. And that's one hell of a curved little finessed shot. And he celebrates by pumping his arms. Alright, great. Well, anyways, get a chance to review the replay of that too. That's definitely a more beautiful goal than the one we saw Coruna score. What was this view though? Look how it just curves. I think the goalkeeper got a hand on that apparently in the first replay, I guess, if you want to call it. The first bit of the match engine actually looked like it was curving into the corner, but it looks more like he hit it at the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper couldn't save it and it went in. And that's the thing about the match engine, it's made only for 2D viewing, not really 3D. So when you view it in 3D, it kind of messes up the game sometimes. And I guess that's something maybe that they would want to work on for FM18, which should be out soon actually. We are in October, we have about a month left. And yeah, as always, I'm definitely going to be investing in that. I think when FM18 does come out, I won't actually be doing any let's saves, at least for the beginning. Let's play in the beginning. Because I will be doing... yeah, I think it's definitely disappointing. But maybe we could go for the revenge angle instead. See if that's enough to pump up the players. So yeah, no, I mean, I won't be doing any let's plays because I will instead be doing team guides for as many clubs as possible before I get bored. Definitely will be starting with the top 5 leagues like last time around, but I think I will be going through all the teams in each of the leagues. I think that makes a bit more sense because some people kept asking me, do this league, not this league, sorry, they said do this team. So it looks like there's a lot more, I guess, so-called smaller club players who wanted to be able to, you know, who wanted guides for their team and how to play and all that business. And I guess it's a bit more important. Fletcher just scored a bit of a goal. And again, Ryan's not been too good for it. He's been good all season and then he messes up now. That's great. Do we really want to view this again? Alright, I guess we will. That's a bullet. So yeah, I think I will be doing a bunch of team guides ahead of, you know, once FM18 comes out. I definitely will be starting with the Premier League and just going through every single Premier League team and helping, you know, create team guides for that, tactics, who to sell, who to buy, all that sort of business, what positions need invested in, you know, maybe staff that you can bring in. But anyways, guys through, and can he put good ball in the box? Bounces off, Mir's in there, should be a penalty, but Orellana makes up for it. I hope the referee was playing an advantage because that was as clear a penalty as it comes. I think maybe we'll get a chance to see a little bit better here, I guess. One hell of a ball from Gaia though. Yeah, I mean, I can't see that not being a pen. Apparently it said he successfully won the ball, I think. If I wasn't mistaken, it said it down here. I guess you guys could watch the replay and tell me. But anyways, alright, let's see who needs to come off. No one really. Medran for Parejo maybe? He's a bit tired. I'd love to take off Mir, but Bakali's not on the bench for us. Instead, it's Rodrigo. And Piatti's had a good game, so no need. And same can go for Mina and Nilmar. So maybe we can save those 2 substitutions for later on. Hopefully, we do get another goal in that sense, that I don't need to necessarily substitute anyone from the front 3 or the midfield. Instead, I can substitute someone else who's a little bit more tired, I suppose. Can check again. Piatti is the one who's tired, so we'll bring on Rodrigo. And you can argue Mina's getting a little bit tired. Hasn't had necessarily the most amazing game. 6.9 is okay, but not the best. Rodrigo and Nilmar, and hopefully they're enough to make the difference. Nilmar did score his first goal for the club, I think, in the last game, or maybe the game before. At least the last game in the La Liga. Okay, they're going into defensive. I'm gonna go into fluid and see if that helps things flow a little bit more. We've created 4 half chances and scored 2, I guess, whether it's of them or scored 2 goals separately, but we have had definitely the better game than Corona, but their defensive start or defensive method of playing, I suppose, is helping them so far. We're going to switch into Overload and hope that we can sneak the result, because a draw is not good enough at this rate. And as you guys saw, we need the 3 points to climb into the Europa League spots. A draw is not enough. Oh, there's also an update that could possibly ruin our career here. Valencia are looking to be bought by someone else again. So Peter Lim just recently bought Valencia, I think maybe a year, 2 or even 3 ago. I mean, the point is, even if it's 5 years, that's fairly recent in terms of buying a football club. Great, Torre is through. He's definitely going to score that. God knows. Ryan is a sweeper keeper naturally, so I think he loves to come out a goal, even if we're playing him as a goalkeeper. So that kind of sucks at times, because as you saw here, he kind of just does this mid-weight panic thing rather than just staying in goal, especially with 2 defenders there. And Ryan's really just had a nightmare of a game, and it looks like we're going to get a loss. So yeah, someone's looking to invest and buy Valencia once more. Oh, we might actually get a draw here. No? Yes? No? Hello? Come on. Oh, don't let Santos be the playmaker, Pereira. Oh, one hell of a ball to Gaia. Gaia, Rodrigo, what's he doing? Nilmar! That was the first clear-cut chance of the game, and we've missed it. We've missed the opportunity to at least draw the game. But yeah, so Valencia looking to be bought, which means that my position will be under revision. And based on today's game, as well as last season's performance, the likelihood is that the new board will probably fire me, and that could ruin, our save, of course. But yeah, very early stages, nothing really has happened yet. It could possibly fall through, that kind of happens. The board will probably put a transfer embargo on me. I'm hoping this doesn't draw out into January, because I'm looking to sign a bunch of free transfers. And, if it does draw out into January, that would really suck, of course. Because then we can't invest in the players that we want, and possibly someone else will sign them instead. Anyways, it does end 3-2 to Corona, and it looks like it joins the crazy set of results that we had against both Madrid teams. Maybe I should have told my players off at halftime. We were favourites and we weren't winning, but Orlando still comes away with the player of the match result. Ryan incredibly comes away with a 6.8 rating at full time, despite being the direct cause of conceding the goal. For some reason, Figueres or Toby, whatever his name is, forgot his name, Tobias, is got on a 6.4. I don't know how that's come about. I think the defenders have done well. I really do think the goalkeeper was at fault. And although we just have 21 points, the Europa League spots is still just 3 points away. So you never know. We could definitely still have a chance. It's always still early in the season. But yeah, the way we're playing, mixed bag of results so far since the start of the season. We've had some good results, some bad results, and we're going to have to start finding ourselves some consistent form if we do want to perform. Oviedo have only managed 3 points out of 15 games, and we somehow managed to give them one of those points. That was just shocking. We have a minus 22 goal difference already. I don't even know what to say. Apparently I'm unwilling to experiment, which is a bit weird because I've changed tactics about 3 times in the last season. Well, anyways, so yeah, that game against Villarreal maybe looks a little bit more important now, but we won't be showing you that, of course. We will be back for a different game. As we always say, I used to make the 5-game rule, but it's probably more about 5 to 7 games. Makes a lot more sense. It depends on which team or result is more important. The likelihood is maybe we could show you another Vigo game. Atletico Bilbao would be a good game. Malaga as well. I think these teams are sort of smaller. Maybe we'll be back sooner and come show you the Real San Sebastian game just before the January transfer window. That'll be interesting too. But anyways, that'll be all for today's games. If you did enjoy it, then of course please do hit the like button and subscribe for more Daily Football Manager 2017 content. And as always guys, thank you all very much for watching.